here with Luke Spencer, and welcome to episode 1 of Game Day Predictions. Luke, tell me about this show.
Yeah, so this is episode 1 of Game Day Predictions. This is going to be a weekly show where me and Roch will be sitting down every Wednesday or Thursday, and we're going to be making our NFL predictions every game for every week of the NFL season.
So, be a little gracious with us here. We are not the biggest sports gurus around the school, but we're doing our best. Let's hop right in. Luke, Thursday night football. It's going to be great to be back, and we got a game ahead of us, Lions versus Chiefs. What are you thinking?
This might be a little bit of a surprise, but I'm taking the Lions. Chris Jones, Chiefs star defensive end, has been holding out due to contract negotiations for the entire summer. Their star tight end, Travis Kelce, is out. I think this is the Lions' year. If they're going to make the playoffs, this is the team that's going to do it. Restore the roar, baby. That's what they say in Detroit.
Restore the roar. Well, we are not in Detroit. Look, I got to go Chiefs. I know the Chiefs are facing a little bit of adversary right now, but Jared Goff, only 99.3% QB rating. I mean, this is the best of his season, or of his career, so maybe he'll do well. I just can't take him over Mahomes. I think Mahomes, in and of itself, can carry the Chiefs to a win this Thursday. Let's talk about Sunday. Saints, Titans. Look, I got to go Titans. Titans have a nearly 60% win rating over the Saints. I mean, they're 9-6-1. I don't see that going in the Saints' way at all.
Yeah, I've got the Saints here. Derek Carr's debut in a Saints uniform. Obviously, he's been pretty good with the Raiders in the past. And they've got Michael Thomas at receiver. He's returning from injury. He's kind of been off the field the past few years, so I think that offense is going to be lethal.
All right, Jags and Colts. What are your thoughts here?
I've got the Jags. I'm anticipating another rough year for the Colts. Never really been a Colts fan, even though we're in Indy, but I think Anthony Richardson has the potential to be great, but this year is not the year. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the difference in this game.
Trevor Lawrence, I still don't see it in him. I think he looked great in college, but I don't know that he's making a huge adjustment here in the pros. I got to go Colts. Born and raised here in Indy, they hurt my feelings a little bit with some of their decisions, only keeping 3 receivers, but with a rookie QB, I think Pittman could really help carry this offense.
He definitely could.
Vikings, Bucks. I got to go Vikings. I think the Bucks were good with Brady, but now without him, Baker Mayfield, I haven't really seen a lot out of him so far in his career.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings as well. Baker just can't be trusted out there at QB anymore. All that potential he had as a number 1 overall pick, he's never really lived up to it. And then the Vikings, they've got Justin Jefferson, probably the best wide receiver in the league. They've got Kirk Cousins. He's a great QB. I think they have all they need to beat the Bucks. 2
seasoned vets out there for the Vikings. All right, Commanders, Cardinals. I'm going to be honest with you. Going into this, I was rooting for the Cardinals. I was like, I think they've got it. And then Murray out for 4 weeks, and they don't even know who their starting quarterback is yet. We're 3 days away. How can you root for that team? I got to go Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders too. Without Kyler Murray, I think the Cardinals are the worst team in the entire NFL.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, and with the Commanders, I'm excited to see their second-year quarterback, Sam Howell. His first year as the full-time starter. Chase Young, their defensive end from Ohio State, is back after a season-long injury last year. And obviously, Cathedral grad Terry McLaurin out there at wide receiver. Gotta support
Cathedral. All right, 49ers, Steelers. Who are you taking on this one?
I'm taking the Steelers. 49ers are definitely the favorite in this game, but I think Steelers quarterback, Pittsburgh guy, Kenny Pickett, he's going to take a big step up in year 2 and lead that Steelers offense.
Yeah, I got to disagree with you on that. Look, 49ers, I love Christian McCaffrey. I loved him back when he played for the Panthers. I love him now. And I think he's going to be a powerhouse in the run game. I haven't been super impressed with Brock Purdy so far. That's why I think they might utilize McCaffrey. Bengals, Browns. I'm going Bengals. I just don't see myself rooting for the Browns. They really have never been good, let's be honest.
Never. I've also got the Bengals. Pretty easy pick here, if we're being honest. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon.
Need I say more?
Yeah, seriously. That offense, it's going to be tough to stop for any team.
Falcons, Panthers. Who you got?
I've got the Panthers. New QB, Bryce Young. He's a rookie out of Alabama. There were questions about his height coming in. He answered all those. He played great in the preseason, and I'm excited to see what he can do in Game 1.
I'm in agreement here. Look, Falcons defense was not too hot last year. I got to go Panthers. I got to go Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young is going to be a great addition this year. I'll get back to him later. Ravens, Texans. I got CJ Stroud all the way. Look, man threw for over 8,000 yards in 2 years. Texans over Ravens.
Yeah, CJ Stroud, he was great at Ohio State, but, I mean, in the preseason, it's pretty obvious that he's going to have some growing pains. You know, I'm going to have to go with our teacher, Mr. Q. He thinks the Ravens are going to go 14-2 this season. You know, I don't know about that, but I definitely think they're going to beat the Texans.
14-2. Mark that number, someone, so we can make fun of him at the end of the season.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, Lamar Jackson, I'm not feeling it. Bears, Packers, huge rivalry week. I gotta love it, starting off strong, but I'm going Packers. I think they're going to be all in without Aaron Rodgers. I think he was maybe holding them back a little bit. They got Jordan Love coming up. I think they'll do well this year.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Jordan Love. His first year as the full-time starter, he's been biding his time behind Aaron Rodgers, learning his craft, and this is his time.
Eagles, Patriots. Luke, I know we talked about this, and I know I'm about to hate what you say, but break my heart.
I'm going with the Patriots. I've been a lifelong Patriots fan my entire life. I don't know over the course of this entire series if you'll ever see me pick against the Patriots. They've got Bill O'Brien replacing Matt Patricia at offensive coordinator. Mac Jones is going to take a big step up this year. And if there's any defense that can have an answer for Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, it's this Patriots defense.
You know, similar to Luke, I don't know if you'll ever find me rooting for the Patriots this year. I got the Eagles and whoever the Patriots play next week. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, I mean, that is just a dynamic duo there. And I'd be curious to see how many teams can even stop them this year, let alone the Patriots. Alrighty, Seahawks, Rams. Cooper Kupp out for Game 1?
Yeah, it looks like it, and I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks just because of that reason. You know, I think the Seahawks quarterback, Geno Smith, is going to take a step back. He was great last year. I don't see him repeating that success, but without Cooper Kupp, I mean, there's no way the Rams can do anything on offense.
I am in agreement. Seahawks all the way. I mean, Geno Smith looked great last year, though, for 4,282 yards, but we'll see. Seahawks, Chargers, and Dolphins. Look, I got to go Dolphins. Tyreek Hill's a seasoned vet, but, you know, Jalen Waddle, questionable. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, when I see questionable on that screen in fantasy, I always think, oh, he's playing. So,
Jalen Waddle, player right there.
He's going to be out there. Tyreek Hill's going to be out there. I think that speed's going to be too much for that Chargers defense, but I expect this to be a great game.
Great game. Chargers-Dolphins, great game. All right, Broncos and Raiders. Russell Wilson versus Jimmy Garoppolo. Luke, what do you got?
I've got the Broncos. Russell Wilson obviously had a rough one last year.
Last year?
I don't know, maybe in the past too, but he's got Sean Payton as his head coach this year. This is his time. He's going to have a bounce back year.
I got to go Raiders. I think this new contract the Raiders are making with Garoppolo, they're going to be all in on the Garoppolo offense. I know that there's some toil going on in the Raiders offense, but they'll figure it out. I'm going Garoppolo and the Raiders. Cowboys, Giants. It's going to be a big game, big rivalry. I mean, I got to go Giants. Cowboys are away. Everyone knows God loves the Cowboys, but I think that only counts when they're at home.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not in the playoffs either. Dak Prescott didn't look great in the offseason. He's throwing a lot of interceptions from what I've seen over this offseason, and I think the addition of tight end Darren Waller from the Raiders makes the Giants' offense definitely dangerous.
Alrighty. And finally, Monday Night Football, Bills and Jets. What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers?
I've got the Jets all the way. I'm all in on the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be great. You've got the tandem of Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall in the backfield at running back, and I think on that defense, Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner, some young superstars, they're going to keep Josh Allen in check.
We'll see about that. I got to go Bills. Dalton Kincaid, new draft pick, gives a lot of access with Knox already there at tight end. I see a lot of good stuff happening. And let's be honest, Josh Allen in the pocket, I mean, he can run. Aaron Rodgers can walk.
True. All right, so that does it for our predictions, and now we're going to go into some of our award predictions for the NFL Honors Ceremony at the end of the year. So we're going to be giving you our MVP prediction, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. So I'll start it off with my MVP prediction. I've got Joe Burrow. To me, he was kind of the obvious pick. He's got the best weapons in the NFL, in my opinion. He's got Chase, Higgins, Mixon. I think they're gonna put up the stats. He's gonna put up the stats necessary to win this thing this year.
I think Burrow's good. I was thinking about him. But my man, Josh Allen, I literally just talked about him. I mean, he finished third in voting last year. I think this is his year. MVP all the way, Josh Allen.
All right, Offensive Player of the Year. Who do you got?
I already talked about him earlier, Christian McCaffrey. I think the 49ers are going to rely on him a ton. He was going to be my pick for MVP, but we all know quarterbacks always win.
Yep.
So I got to go Christian McCaffrey, offensive player. I see him getting tons of rushing yards this year.
Yeah, for this one, I've got Stephon Diggs. Obviously, your boy Josh Allen's favorite target out there. I think Josh Allen's just going to feed him the ball this year. He's going to have another great numbers year, and if there's a year that he can win this award, this is it. So Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going Micah Parsons, the edge rusher for the Cowboys. I mean, he's racked up double-digit sack seasons for every year he's been in the NFL. I think it's an obvious pick, honestly.
I mean, I went the same way. Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons. He won MVP at the 2019 Cotton Bowl, Rookie of the Year in 2021. I think he's due for another award.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to those Rookie of the Year award picks. So Offensive Rookie of the Year, Rock, who do you got?
I got Bryce Young. I know we talked about him earlier for the Panthers. My guy's got a 4.0 GPA, smart guy, starting over Andy Dalton. I mean, look, where do you play? Where do you play college? Like,
Bama.
I know. How do you get better for that? I think it's setting up for a great rookie year.
Yeah, I definitely considered Bryce for this pick, but I went with Falcons running back Bijan Robinson. They took him 8th overall for a reason. It's really high for a running back to go in the draft, but Bijan's just that good. There were people saying that he was the best overall player in the entire draft, and I think he's going to show that. He's going to get a lot of carries this year with the Falcons. Let's move on. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I've got Will Anderson Jr. From the Bears. Edge rusher, Alabama, another Alabama guy. He was a really high draft pick. I think he's going to have a monster year with the Bears.
I got Devon Witherspoon. I know he's coming off an injury right now. Might not even get to start on Sunday, but I think this is just what he needs. Look, he went to high school somewhere like nowhere in Florida. Came up to play at Illinois. I mean, his life is full of adversity. I'd be curious to see what this guy's going to do. All right. Well, that's it for this week's picks, and we'll see you all next week for another round. Let us know what you think. Thank you, Luke.
Yep.
We're out.